Well, chat, we finally get to cover one of the best games in the world because it covers one of the best things in the world. Trains! Hey guys, welcome aboard. Good to see you all here. Welcome to our first look at Rail Route, a game that just dropped today, and probably many of you have played before. You can get it in 1.0 right now with the link down below in the description. So thanks to the devs for sending over a key, sponsoring today's video. And we're also going to be showing this off with the resident train expert, you all know, Elmox, who's joined us from many other train-related games before. We're going to take a look here at the trailer and a few images for the game. And yeah, it's on sale with a, wow, 25% off discount right now for everybody. So if you've had it on your wish list, now's the time to buy. And this will end on March 4th for the deal, but the game is available, like, you know, forever. So cool. Oh, and also playable with a controller. All right, we're going to watch some footage here on it. We're going to learn how to do this as well. Our good friend Elmox has worked in the train industry in the Netherlands, Belgium, and other related things for a long time. He and I are big on trains. We've been to Miniature Wonderland before in Hamburg, and we played many train-related games on the channel. So whether or not you love the simulators or whether or not you love the building games, this one kind of is a hybrid of both, where you simulate, I guess, managing them and, you know, maybe building them a little bit too, at least in terms of like when there's expansions and whatnot, they've got to learn all these new systems, and it's a great way to do it. So we're playing as a dispatcher, essentially. We're, you know, sitting behind the console and doing things, you know, from the old time, you would see them pulling levers and such up in the tower. This is kind of the same thing, but now done on a computer. So anyway, let's take a look at it, and we'll jump in for a couple of images for a few hours here. We'll play, and then we'll see what Elmox has to say, and we'll kind of play together in a way. Even though it is single player, we'll be kind of playing along with him as he has quite a few hours as well. It does have apparently building, sandbox management, base building too, and ooh, and relaxing. I don't know about that. I feel like it would kind of stress me out. But once you know what you're doing, then you can relax a little bit. A lot of games are like that. All right, let's check it out. This is the 1.0 release trailer.
Attention passengers, commuter train.
Oh my God! Don't. Prague? Well, they had Prague in there and a few other beautiful places too. Okay, one thing that I like about this is I'm immediately reminded of games like, you know, Mini Highways and Mini Metro. Very, very nice. But this is much more complex than that, a higher level of detail. So I'm assuming these are, yeah, some actual real world places, and I'm assuming we could also build some things that might not exist too. But we'll see when we get in there. I'm only assuming. But I saw all sorts of European cities as well. Prague, sure. Glasgow. Ooh. All right, let's watch another video. I want to see what else there is. Give me more. Tell me more. Oh, they're buying Glasgow Central. This reminds me of the War Games control room with Matthew Broderick. The traffic must flow. Yeah, it's like the spices from Dune. Very nice. Yeah, looks good. And, oh, and also there's a soundtrack available. So just as an FYI too, let me just check some stuff here. All right, so yeah, this will be 25% off until March 4th. There is a soundtrack DLC for it, and there's over 2,000 community maps so far. The game has been in early access for a little bit. People have had access to it, so that means that there's even more content now for everybody. And then I think we should definitely give it a try. All right, let's jump in. Rail route, let's go, brother.
Sound resumed.
Hi, Elmox.
Hello.
How's it going? Are you playing Rail Route right now, available on Steam?
Yes.
How many hours do you have in this game? How long have you played it?
Let's have a look. About like 60.
You played this game for 60 hours already?
Mm-hmm.
How long have you had it?
Since it came out in early access.
Wow.
Like maybe like 1.5 years already. I have no idea.
That's amazing. I heard there's already 2,000 like community-made maps and such.
Oh yeah, there's tons and tons of maps.
That'd be cray.
But do you think you're gonna be able to like run the trains on time? Like since like your stream already started late? Like, are you gonna have late trains as well, or are you
No,
gonna
I am
manage?
the train, baby. This is
You
a
are the
one-way runaway train to
hello.
success.
You must be my replacement.
Oh, it
I'm
auto-started
Joseph.
the...
I've been the dispatcher here for over 30 years now.
I modified
I'll
some of
train you
the
today.
options, and then it put
It's
me
good
right
to
into a
meet you.
tutorial, I think.
This is the dispatch
Yeah.
interface.
I'm in Prague.
Oh, don't worry. We're not very busy at the moment. We've got plenty of time to practice. Why don't we try moving
I'll
around our
join you
view a
in
bit to
Prague.
start?
So
Hold
we're
the
getting-
mouse button to move the screen, or if you prefer, you can use the arrow keys.
Oh, they have a whole voice-acted tutorial. Thank goodness. It's less tedious now. It's nice to hear a voice. I can remember voices more than I can hear words, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's nice that way. Daniel, thank you very much for the support, dude. Appreciate it.
So you can either choose to listen to the voice and follow the tutorial, or you can click to end the tutorial and then you're on your own basically. So I'll leave it up to you because the story is
Hold the mouse
actually
button to
pretty
move the
nice
screen,
as
or
well.
if you prefer, you can use the arrow keys.
Okay, well, I see money at the top. We have high score. Earn 10 per cycle to each tier 2. I assume these are regular and express trains, maybe? Red and green?
Nah, so the differences in difficulties of the trains.
I see.
So you have like regular trains are green, and then regular express trains are green.
Oh my God.
And red trains can be either freight trains, local trains, or trains that need a lot more work than just sending them from A to B.
So, wow, they have a lot of trains over Amsterdam, Hamburg, New York, München, Rotterdam Port, Sendai. Oh, they have Japan in here too. Nice.
Yeah.
BC.
I mostly play on the Osaka map.
Tokyo. Oh, there's an Osaka map? There is. Wow. Okay. Awesome. We've been on that one. We've been on many of those Osaka trains.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Okay. So, one, voice-acted tutorial. Very nice. We have different game modes, though. We have rush hour mode, endless mode, timetable, and tutorial mode, to which there's multiple tutorials. And or there's just like a little helpful... and there's a story of Josik. That's the story about the... I'm assuming doing it in the Czech Republic?
Yeah, so basically that's the tutorial slash
Story.
game that started in Prague, so
So
to
it's a
say.
tutorial that goes into a story to help you to learn, then encourages you to go into rush hour and endless mode. Okay. And then there's tons of little, like, quick tutorial things here that kind of show you, like, you could just glance and if you don't know what a shunting sensor is, you can just read real quickly. And
And also because you have to basically unlock all those options.
Mm-hmm.
In the unlocking page, you can also directly click to the tutorial of the different sensors in what they do and how you actually use them.
Hold the mouse button.
Okay. All right, so what should we do then? Should I go to endless mode or...
We could do an endless mode, yeah.
Or there's order of difficulty? Okay. What's the difference between endless and timetable?
So basically, timetable, the entire map is already made for you, and the only thing you need to do is basically make sure that the trains run on time and there isn't like any automation in the map itself. So you actually have to...
More of a management mode rather than building?
Yeah, so it's more of an actual being a dispatcher mode. And they're mostly focused around like a single station or a busy small area.
Mm-hmm. So we should do endless, and then what would you recommend to start? Is this difficulty on the right side? Oh yeah, 2 out of 5. Manchester apparently is 0. Or Sendai.
Is it? I haven't looked at Sendai yet.
Well, hovering over them, they say like 0 out of 5. And then we can 3-star them as well. We could do Amsterdam. Chat, where should we go? Well, we should probably do one that's at least like 1 or 0 to start with. Berlin is 2, but we can start with Manchester. Let's start right at the top. That's easy.
Oh, we're gonna do Manchester.
Yeah, we'll just do this as a special tutorial featuring you. Infinite. Oh, you could also start with infinite money, and then you could build stuff all the way you want. That's cool. Try to do it legit. Now loading.
So the first thing that will happen is you'll hear a sound and you'll see beeping on the left corner.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to accept the train into the station by clicking the beeping and then clicking the station platform to get it into.
Oh, I see where we can expand to. Oh, I see. Okay, so I'm going to unpause. So trains are coming from the left, right?
Yeah.
Do I want to tell this one to go?
Make sure you set the switches correctly also before you let them leave the station.
How do I know exactly where he's going?
So when you hover over the train itself, it actually shows where it needs to go.
Mm-hmm. And did they come back as well?
Yeah, but yeah, so you have to click on the, because there's a delay, so you have to click on the circle and then on the platform to get them in first.
Oh, okay, so we're selecting the train and telling them go here.
Yeah.
And then we can paint the route, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, there's actually, like, sounds and stuff here. This is nice. Like,
but
we can hear
make
the
sure
train
that the train actually needs to be at a certain platform also.
You're right. 1, 1, 1, and 11.
Yeah, for example, right now I can see the green signal, but the switch isn't set correctly. So it will basically give a penalty because of that. And it's right click to set the signals to red again.
Oh, okay.
So you might want to click everything and set it on red.
So wait, is the train cleared to go whenever it's ready?
The train will leave when it's ready if the signal is green already.
Okay, so we don't have to give them...
But right now you can see a countdown on the train in how much time you have until it needs to leave.
Right. Like 1 minute and 5 seconds?
Yeah. So make sure that everything is white, so cancel all the signals.
Cancel? We want everything to be white?
Yeah. Because everything green means that there's like, it can go everywhere and anywhere. And you want to control the trains like and where they're going. And then you'll see that before it so now you, I saw you that you tried to set the signal for the train, but the switch isn't correct, so it isn't like going a green line all the way.
Oh, so the green line was correct?
No, because you had like green lines like in both directions.
Well, you can't have a green. A line goes both directions. What do you mean by changing the switch?
Okay, so first make everything pause the game, make everything right.
Okay, sure.
And I'm sorry because I'm looking at a delay.
That's fine. So everything's white.
Okay, so everything is white. Then you can go to the left where the train is at, and then you'll see that the first switch is actually set straight.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. You don't want it straight because otherwise the train will run over it. So first you want to set the switch in the diverging direction, and only then do you want the signal green.
All right, so how do you change that?
First make the signal red again. So make the line white.
Oh, I see.
And then you can set the switch.
Okay, I didn't know I could interact with that as well. Okay, I got you.
So, and that you'll have to do, and don't set those greens because those are in the opposite direction.
But it's only going one direction.
Yeah, but in the end it's gonna go back. And with the signal in the opposite direction green, your train going in the direction it's going won't be able to actually go there.
Oh my god, it's a puzzle game. I love it. In a way. It's a puzzle game in a way.
It's that's what I love about the game. Like it's a puzzle game that you can basically create on your own pace, like how hard you want to make your own life.
I see.
Because right now you already have too many green signals.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Just focus on the one train and make everything just white.
Yeah, but I want to draw a green line the whole way. So how do I get then the green line through Dean's Gate, for example?
Okay, so you start out. So at Dean's Gate, first turn that one signal on the left side of Dean Gate. Turn it red.
How do I turn it red?
The right click on it.
I can only go white.
Yeah, okay, yeah. White is red.
Okay.
You'll see like a small like red
I do.
U on it. Okay, so now we go to the train. That's on the left side of the map. We make sure that the switch is set correctly, so there is a white line going from the train towards Dean's Gate platform 1, because that's where the train needs to go.
Right.
As soon as that line is complete, we can put the signal in front of the train on green. Not the one at Dean's Gate, but the one at where the train is standing at. Because the one at Dean's Gate is in the opposite direction.
I see.
And then you can press pray so we actually can watch the train going.
Oh my god, I did it. I think I did it. I did it. I see. Okay. I think I did it. I did it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That feels good.
You just need to make sure that the platform that the train is gonna enter at Manchester Piccadilly is actually the right platform. I don't know for sure.
Yeah, it's 11.
Okay.
That's what it says.
Yeah, that's perfect then.
It's 1, 1, 1, and 11. So I earn a green one per cycle to reach tier 2. So every time, when do I earn one? When a train reaches the end of the 3 of whatever stations it gives you at the start?
So in case of commuter trains, it gives you 1 per commuter train that actually leaves the map. So you have a train enter the map, and then as soon as it leaves the map on time, then you get a green train.
You mean when it moves off plan?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I think we can speed this up a little bit.
Make sure you take note of the sounds, because you can also get trains from the right side entering the map. One way to know when trains arrive is you can actually hover over, or at least what I do, hover over the station names. For example, Manchester Piccadilly. If you hover over the blue of the name, you'll see a pop-up with the timetable.
So I got one arriving at like 8:20. Okay. Can I see more info?
Yeah, so what I always do, I click, instead of hovering, I click, and then it basically locks the time card of that station.
Yeah.
And then you can click and drag it, and I usually drag it to the right because it's the right side of the map that it's entering.
Oh, you can like pin it. Oh, that's cool.
And then you can also enlarge it. And I do the same then for Eccles. But I pin that on the left side, and then I also enlarge it so I can see an hour, like a complete hour of the timetable.
Okay, we did it. We sent out our first train, dude. We did it. Train experts. This is cool.
And then you need to accept and let the other train in the other direction enter.
Right.
And that needs to go in the other way.
I see. We do that to... No, okay.
So have you already accepted the train on the right to enter, or?
Yeah, it's there.
Okay, perfect. So then you can set the tracks correctly. I think the one green is not correct at not Oxford, but one more to the left at the Dean's Gate.
It's Dean's Gate.
Yeah, you have one signal that's going to the right side. That's actually... And I always try to do it like part per part. Because right now the signals are in the wrong direction again.
Yeah, isn't there an easy way to just toggle direction?
No. So basically the signal that you use. So every signal is only in one direction. So you have the flat part of the signal. That's where the train is actually entering from, and the circle part is where the train is actually going to. So, for example, at Manchester right now, you're constantly on the lower line, while the upper line is actually going for right to left.
Well, the Manchester one needs to enter through track 2. Like, do I have to buy a station? Is that what it's asking me to do? I don't have a track 2.
Then you have to buy another station track.
Oh,
for that
okay.
train.
I didn't know. Okay. So then how do I do that?
For that, we can go into build mode by pressing B, and then you can start building and buying other station tracks. But I don't know if it's actually... 1 second. Manchester 1. Manchester Oxford 2. Yeah. So if I go into build mode, it's still insufficient funds to buy that track. So, but you can just get it in on the wrong track, and then by the next cycle you can actually...
Wait, so I don't have enough money to do this correctly?
Yeah, correct.
Why?
I don't know, it's just the way the map is set up.
Oh, well, they give you an order that you can't complete, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
At least
but
not correctly.
It's randomly generated.
Roger that. Then I need to end on platform 1. Cool. I think I got it. I see. You know what I like doing in these types of games, Elmox, too, is I like to sometimes skip the tutorial, go in and play, and kind of figure things out on my own, see how things work, and then go to kind of try to... It's like a pre-tutorial. See what I know, and then use the tutorial to fill in the gaps and see how things are different from this game to another game, for example.
Yeah. I honestly, to be honest, I think... yes, this map is easier if you know the game a bit better, but it's actually hard for a first map to play because you already have like 2 entrances on like either side of the railroad track.
Right.
But this map actually does make it easier to start
We did it.
using intercities.
Hell yeah. Oh, we sent out our first train. It's good. So now trains are going to start moving from the left side and the right side, and we just got to send them back and forth and then upgrade the lines so that way we have plenty of platforms at each stop.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then eventually expand to go to different cities.
Yeah, and not only that, right now at the stations, you'll see like this white icon of a building with 3 dots in it.
Yep.
And at most stations, you can see like these green icons next to them.
Mm-hmm.
If you hover over them, you'll see that there are actually new contracts that you can take.
Oh, what does that do?
It makes it possible for you to expand the line, as in get more trains on your line.
Oh.
So, right now I see you are looking at Deansgate, so you
That's
have
train arriving.
Yeah, a train that goes basically to Manchester, or it arrives at Manchester Piccadilly, and then it goes to Deansgate, and then it goes back to Manchester Piccadilly.
Oh, you're right. It doesn't continue through.
Yes. So
Then once it arrives, we got to set it to go back.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But basically every station has different contracts. So you can look for one that actually goes from Eccles to Manchester, or one that goes from Manchester to Eccles. So you don't have to bother with actually changing around the direction of the train, because that's also something that you have to do yourself.
This is gonna You gotta get big brain only mode then.
It's like I said, that's what I like about the game. It's a really chill puzzle game, but you can make it as hard on yourself as you want, because you can decide to just play with the amount of tracks that you have and just slowly let the trains that are going and slowly build up.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can try to make more money quicker and get more train contracts out. But then if you make an error, because adding another train to the line makes that the rest of the schedule might go like haywire, because you don't have the room for the trains.
Wait, what the hell?
What's going on?
Oh, I see. No, I was just trying to figure out like where exactly to read the orders from, but I'm getting it as I reference it live. I see. So that's the basics of setting up the lines and switching the junctions, and then how to get the clicking on each of the stations to then find out who's coming from where and where they go. Hey, what's up, Sean? Good to see you in the chat, man. Yeah, big brain emotes indeed. Is this game co-op? No, but technically, I guess yes, because you could, like me and Elmox, we could kind of play together, and I mean, you can advise each other while you're, you can't do it through the game, but
I wish that they would add a
could be a thing in the future.
I really hope.
That'd be lots of fun.
I really hope.
Each person could manage a section of the tracks and then send it over to somebody else, right?
Yeah, so you could have it both ways. You can have it co-op, where everyone just builds together and everyone looks at a part of the map. But I can also see possibilities for making it a versus game, where everyone has a section of the map.
Yeah.
But since they're connected to each other, like by making your real part as efficient as possible, you can actually create a harder time for the other players.
I'm gonna check out Osaka, one that we've actually been on together.
Osaka's actually a little bit easier.
It looks like it, actually.
At least, yeah.
At least at the start. So all the controls are so no matter where you go, whether you're in Germany or Japan or the UK or whatnot, basically the game plays the same, the symbols are the same, everything's been kind of unified. for the game purposes. So these
Yeah.
would be different systems IRL, but they would work the same. Like the idea is the same.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's start one for real. So we got to go 2, 2, 2, 3. Well, what's up with the track like electrifying? Does it show that there's electric track?
No, that basically you have to click like where you want the train to enter. It
Oh,
needs
that's
to
what it's
enter at
asking.
2, so
It was highlighting it.
yeah.
So we got to go all the way through there.
Yeah.
And then back again,
Yes.
but on a different platform.
Yes. And make sure that because this is now at Amagasaki, it's actually like a stop station, like it's not a through station. So you have to turn the train around, and you do that by right-clicking on the train, and then you'll see the headlight change.
Oh. So does this game have like cargo and passenger? Like, is there a way to tell the
Yes.
differences?
You can see the differences by just hovering over the train itself and the train number and selecting it and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. Yeah, honestly, Osaka doesn't... It looks complicated, but I feel like it'll be more organized than what we just did. Some of those earlier train lines can get a little more redundant with how they cross back and forth.
Mm-hmm. No, and it's also easier because you get like way more starting money.
Oh, and in other maps?
In this map compared to the last one.
Mm-hmm.
In the last one, you only had 1,000, and here you have 15,000.
So is the now for the high score thing, I see here it says like you know, I have 0 stars. I see 5 and then 60. Is it like how do you
So
how
the
does scoring work?
scoring works at the moment. The amount of trains that exit the map.
And then how does so that gives you the currency, right, for the tier 2 cycles and such?
Yeah.
But what about when it comes to stars? Is there one on one is on volume and one is on performance, which I guess are tied together?
No, so I don't know the exact about stars, like how high you can go.
Mm-hmm.
But basically you have the stars, which is like the basic achievement. And then you have like the trains themselves, so either the red trains or the green trains.
Right.
And with that you can actually get like the upgrades going. So once you have 3 green trains, just let me know, because then that's when we're gonna do our first upgrade.
Oh, good. We're going to do some upgrades. And then I saw that we have things that we can buy under... There's system upgrades and then contracts. So contracts are free? We don't have to buy them? We just have to complete them, right?
Yeah. So contracts are basically new trains that you can run on your line.
Mm.
But you have to... They're the same as the icons at the train station that I was telling you about, with the building and then the green icons next to them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and in the contracts you can see your active contracts, and you can also see the offered contracts if you have contracts offered.
Oh, so do they change? Is there a refresh time?
No, so basically right now you can see there's only 1 green icon available at every station building, and you can either just reject them or accept them. But for now it's best to just reject them and make sure that we can first get all these trains just through in 1 cycle. And 1 cycle is 1 hour in-game.
Okay. So I should go to offered contracts and just say no to them all?
You can leave them for now, because we might take the contracts like with the next cycle.
Okay.
But yeah, it all depends on what you want to do and how do you want to set up your network. So now that it stopped, it changed color. So now you right-click the train and you'll see the headlight
Oh, it started
change.
on
Yeah.
2.
Oh yeah, no, and it needs to go to 3.
Oh, wait, 3?
Yeah.
Oh, it does. Damn it, I had it right. Okay. Locked in. Alright, that one's good to go. It'll proceed in 1 minute 45 seconds. That's way too long. Boy, when we were in, when we get on the Shinkansen, how long does that stay put? 15 seconds? It feels like it,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
almost.
15 is like, that's like pushing it too. It's like, oh, we're late. Yeah, the Shinkansen doesn't stop for more than just a few seconds, really.
If you're late, you're late.
Okay, so now I should have another train coming in.
You might want to have a look at the Tsukaguchi.
Yeah.
Because you don't have, you probably have a train coming in there.
But that seems to
Basically-
only be an exit, though. Or can they enter from those sections, too?
They can enter there too.
Okay.
And normally what I do, so since the entry is on the left side, so I would have Sanomiya and Sakaguchi, I would have them on the left side of my screen. And Amagasaki I would have on the right side of the screen, so...
Oh, okay. I got you.
And by clicking on the arrow, you can also basically enlarge the amount of that you see on the schedule itself.
I did see that, yeah. So can we make a change? We can. Ah, cool. All right, great, great. That one's basically one and done. Ah, that's lovely. You don't have to tell a train to leave, do you? Like when
No.
Okay. So when...
And as soon as you have 3 green trains, we're actually gonna buy the first upgrade, which is auto accept train. So you also don't have to wait until they enter the map.
Oh, that's nice. So they'll just automatically start at the station.
Yeah.
Now, how does it dictate what like platform it goes to? Just nearest available one,
No. So
or whatever one they request.
So basically, at the start of the game, you have like these contracts already, which are like standard trials.
Right.
And as soon as you complete like the first cycle or before the first cycle, but I always recommend to, when you play on a new map, first do the first cycle to understand like what's happening on your network. And then after the first cycle, you can start accepting contracts. And with accepting those contracts, you can actually make the schedule. So you'll decide when the train enters the map, on which platform they enter the map, how long they stop at the station, and basically at each station, because the station that they need to go to is decided in the contract. But for each station, you can decide which platform they need to go to and at what time they need to arrive, how long they stay, and when they need to depart.
I understand. 0%.
It all makes sense when we accept our first different schedule, our first contract. But I think we'll have to build for it.
This is a game that starts out very slow and then becomes very fast. For those of you who have probably... this would be a good game to play as training for other games that have rail involved. Like, for example, City Skylines, or like we love, OpenTTD, and doing that with trains. Also, like, for example, Factorio. There's a lot of people who don't understand how junctions and signals and stations and timetables work. So this would be a really good game to use as a tool for those games as well, except that this game uses real-life, actual, like, cities that do this in the real world. So it's not just like, this is kind of a made-up fantasy game, you know what I mean? It's based on real stuff, but simplified so that way, or unified, so that way it's simple to learn across X number of countries or whatnot. But I do like that because you don't have to learn, how the Germans do it versus the Japanese, for example. Like it's kind of one thing. Do you know what I mean? He wasn't listening. He didn't. He was tabbed out.
I was listening.
Were you busy playing Railroader while I was talking?
No,
Or Railroad? We're railroading right now.
I'm playing Railroad, Route, yeah, at the same time as you.
Yeah, I figured. You're always playing Railroad.
I'm trying to beat you.
Oh, really? Well, you probably already won. You've already got prior knowledge, but that's another thing, is that playing other games to learn this one is also applicable. It works in the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I've got one train out. My second train's about to go out. And my third one is about halfway done. So we need 3 points to buy the first upgrade that you said that brings in the automatic arrival?
Yeah.
Okay. I see. Do trains run 24/7 in this game? Or do you have to
yeah.
Oh, okay. More money. Your money, spend it wisely. I feel like I should get cash off of like, vending machine sales too. When do I get that money? Big vending is big business.
I don't know.
So that one's going to 3. Our next one's arriving at platform 2 on the top. All right, I got my third one.
Okay, nice. Then you can go to the upgrade screen. So it's either the computer chip looking icon in the bottom left, or you can click on the green train on the top.
Mm-hmm.
And then the upgrade that you're looking for is auto accept trains.
Gotcha. We can change station colors? Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Done. All right, I gotta say the sound design is a 10 out of 10. Everything's very clicky, clacky, and very rewardy too. I feel accomplished, Delmox.
Oh yeah, it's really nice to.
Like you're hitting a mechanical keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice. Very satisfying.
Oh yeah, it's a really satisfying game.
Okay, so now that the auto accepts on, do I have to install it, or is it like now?
No,
universal?
it's auto on.
Okay.
So now you'll be getting another train into the map at 8:40 at Sakaguchi. Are you noticing something already in your network now that you're playing?
Like what?
Like, for example, if you wanted to add a new contract, yeah, and you would add a new train to your line.
Yeah.
What would be your bottleneck, you think?
Well, I was thinking we'll need to buy more stations here. But can we actually?
Station is not a problem at the moment.
Well, it will be.
In the end, yeah, but right now that's not a priority.
Can we get multiple tracks, multiple lines?
Yeah.
How do we add a line? Can we add a third line for just $22.95? I got that when I switched to T-Mobile.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. He doesn't get the reference, but all right.
Did you have like problems with your cell receiving in the past few days? Because I heard that in the States there were like big outages in
No,
mobile stuff.
no, I've had no issues.
So
No.
right now, when I look at the map and the way trains are coming in, so basically every time a train leaves, you also have a train arriving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so basically Amagasaki has more time available to be used than it's actually used because it's empty most of the time.
So that's what we should upgrade the most, or the first priority.
So first priority or priority in general is to make sure that the stations are used as much as possible. And right now that's not possible because there's only one line connecting 3 stations. So we want to add another track. So we can actually
tracks.
Yeah. So we can actually have one train going to the right while the other one is going to the left. Okay,
so how do we? Okay, so if you wanted to do that, how do you first start thinking about doing that before you do it? Like, you have to. Money will be a thing, right? So how do you make that decision?
I make the decision by just start building or start planning out what I want to do before actually accepting the contract. And also seeing the whole of the map that we have right now. Because the way I look at it,
oh my god,
score and the amount of green trains is only dependent on one thing.
And what's that?
I told you multiple times again already. I did. Do you remember?
I'm trying to get you to reiterate it.
Oh, okay. I'll reiterate it for you. So you get a green train, and you get a score of 1 for every time a train leaves the map.
Right, exactly. So it's on throughput.
Yes.
That's what I was trying to get you to say. You wouldn't say throughput. I told you before. I mentioned throughput.
My English is bad.
That's all good. All right, so that'll be the first thing that we upgrade then. So I noticed, by the way, in the build screen, a couple things. One, the game keeps running while you're building, so you can basically just do that anytime.
Yes.
So you can keep playing both versions of the game, basically. The management and the building are the same.
Yeah.
During the time.
Don't forget to change the direction of the train.
But the routes that you can build are already pre-designed, or really, we're not building as much as we're like buying and unlocking, right?
You can build a lot.
Oh, explain.
Like, you have to imagine that we're only at the top left corner of the map. If you zoom out, you will see the entire map. And basically the dotted lines that you see on the map are restrictions where you can't build across. So that's what actually limits you, and that's how you need to think, like, okay, how am I gonna connect everything?
So it implies that everything on the other dotted line is like a building or a town or something, and we don't want to build through that or across that. Okay, that's what I was wondering. I was assuming these dotted lines were perhaps where we could build and that we were just unlocking that, but we could build wherever we want with limitations, which makes sense.
Yeah. We can build wherever we want, we just cannot cross the yellow line.
I got you. We must obey the yellow line.
Yeah.
It must be obeyed.
But yeah, since everything is about throughput, like if you want to maximize just purely to get as many green trains as possible because that's the way to upgrade. And I normally try to get all the upgrades before I try to conquer the entire map. Because otherwise,
Yeah.
you won't be able to do this like manually
Right.
while trying to do that for the entire map.
I was going to say that this is a juggling act to where it's like how many things can you juggle at the same time?
Yeah.
But automation will be needed for some of the things because you can't, as you mentioned, you can't be in all the places at once. Otherwise, you're going to just constantly be pausing to do the smallest of things.
Yeah.
So you're
But
basically like solidifying a particular part of the map to make sure it runs at peak efficiency manually. Then you're unlocking automation to make sure that the system maintains that manual automation, basically.
Yeah. But that's also addition or a decision that I make personally.
What do you mean?
Like, I like to play that way by first unlocking all the unlockables and just concentrating on a small part of the map. Like other people might like the manual switching of the
Oh, I got
signals
you.
and all that kind of stuff.
All the time.
So they want to conquer the entire map as quickly as possible, but they'll just run less contracts.
So you can either go for efficiency or complexity or both.
Yeah, you can play it any way you want.
I see.
Like for example, right now we're in endless mode, but
Yeah.
The time trial slash schedule mode is basically where you just have to make the trains run on time and you manually control everything. And the rush hour mode is actually kind of like a challenge mode
Right.
where you get increasingly difficult waves and you have to make sure that both your network as your manual control or however you have it set it up just can get the throughput of all the trains that you have to do. It's like a Zerg rush of trains that you need to...
Oh, yeah, I got you. All right, so we got to build something then. We got some good cash. So let's work on what you mentioned about throughput and about adding another train line from probably, what is it, Sukagushi to Amagashi?
I, for simplicity's sake, because...
Oh my god, I got 5 stars, dude. I have a 5-star train line. It's perfect. Couldn't be better.
Nice. So that was actually your first hour that's now over.
Oh, so you earn those per hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically every cycle, the score changes depending on if you add more trains or not. So for example, if we don't add any contracts this hour, your score with the next cycle will still be 5. No, it will still be 5.
Oh, we don't earn per.
No.
It's total score based on complexity existing at the time.
Yeah, it's per cycle.
Okay.
So every cycle it recalculates it.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, let's do some building. What should we build first?
Normally, I would just continue from track 3 from Sonomiya all the way to Amagasaki.
Okay.
That's how I start out. And what I do
on
is
this map particularly.
Yeah, on this map particularly.
Okay. So how should I...
Normally when building, I pause the game because I don't want to miss any signals or stuff like that for because then you get docked pay as well.
You can build a wavy line if you want to.
If you want to, yeah. I would normally just go straight. And then at the last second, I go into platform 2 of Amagasaki.
Oh, okay. Uh-oh.
What's uh-oh?
Oh, I just can't connect it. Is there like an undo?
X. And you can just delete the entire piece of track that you just laid.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, but I can't build onto an occupied track, though.
No, but you can do that later. So I would just build a straight line first until the corner onto the occupied track, and then wait until the train is actually at the station.
Right. And then connect that. Okay, so then
Yeah.
we can buy connections, signals, sensors, and buildings in build mode.
Yeah.
And then there's 2 different types of upgrades for. So there's green and red. And what would you consider like the green and red upgrades? Like green is what? Like automation? No.
Green is all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Red is
It's related to trains, it looks like.
Red is more related to actual red contracts, because you're actually gonna need all those different things. The only thing in the red that I would consider that's actually useful in general is tunnels.
Yeah, I was just looking at that too. And I was going to ask you for the tunnels, is that what allows you to go under yellow lines?
No, it allows you basically to tunnel under existing tracks.
Ah, okay.
So instead of having like tracks crossing each other, you can just tunnel underneath it.
Interesting. And they must be infinitely more expensive, probably twice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Since we have the money, what I would also do right now is build a third line above from Amagasaki until the split off towards Sakaguchi.
So make that a 1 line
Basically
that
make
goes
it
north?
a 3 line over there.
The whole way?
No, just a horizontal line until the connection with Sakaguchi.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so let's connect this first. Now we'll need to buy some signals, right?
Yeah, so how much money do you have left now?
1,400.
Okay.
Not enough for a signal.
So I would delete the track connecting track 2 and 1 or 2 and 3 at Sonomia. And I would delete the piece of track right now that was the old track connecting to Sakaguchi, that little switch part. Because that's double right now and that's not really needed at the moment.
Okay, so you want me to delete the connection here?
It's
damn.
delay.
Okay, put that back. Pretend that didn't happen. And then where else should we delete?
Okay, so the connection over there, yeah. And then the original branching off of Sakaguchi.
Got it. Ooh, all these upgrades.
And now as soon as you have that, you'll have 3,000. So the first thing, because it's only 1 line up to Sakaguchi right now.
Yep.
So I would focus on contracts going from Sonomia to Amagasaki.
Mm-hmm.
So I would first put a entry signal at Amagasaki for the track that comes from Sonomia. So that would be the middle track.
Put a signal for what now?
So an entry signal on the middle track for Amagasaki. So that would
Where
be
exactly?
if you go for the middle track, then where all the switches are, just in front of it. So going from left to right.
So you want to just build in the middle of the line between the two?
No, not in the middle. As close to the switches as possible.
Okay. Just one.
Just one, because you only have the money for one.
Yeah. Okay.
And make sure it's in the correct direction. So the circle part is facing the circle part of Amagasaki.
Oh, okay. Is there a way to change that?
Yeah, try to build it again. So in the build menu, go for a manual signal and click it again on the same spot, and it will turn around the direction.
Oh. Oh, okay. Got it. By the way, this game is very nice for being very dark. It's like dark mode, you know?
Oh yeah, like the visuals, everything about this game is just well thought out.
Mm-hmm. It's very, well, I like the sounds. It's very, I don't want to say immersive or like, there's something about, it's just good. Well, the clunkiness, it's a good fit. It's beyond good. It's like you could just make a regular beep or something like that to make it sound like a computer or just a regular confirmation noise, but it goes a little beyond that. All right, should we buy some contracts then? We got to buy some contracts, right?
Yeah, we could get some contracts.
All right, so how do we do
So,
that?
you can look at the one that's being offered at Sonomia. So the house building, and then just hover over it and look
okay.
at what it says.
So the up arrow is me buying a contract?
No, it's basically if you click it. You can click it, and then you'll get into like a contract timetable mode.
Okay.
And this is where it becomes like really important to know what your system is doing.
And you could do a one-time contract too.
There are one-time contracts, yes, but those are freights, and those can basically screw up your entire working network that's already being set up. Because freight trains run really slow, like slower than normal trains. Plus they wait at the station platform for like half an hour. So you basically need a special platform just for freight trains, otherwise it's just not gonna do anything.
Really? So now I got 2 trains that need to come into oh my gosh. Oh my god. we need to get we need 2 trains.
So
oh my god. What do we do?
You clicked too early in the you clicked OK too early in the editor for the timetable, so now you actually see that at Nagasaki there's like this this orange color, this orange-yellow color in the timetable. And that means that like 2 trains are actually overlapping at the same platform.
Okay.
So that's stuff that you don't want.
Oh, I see what you mean.
So it's best to just give priority to the Sakaguchi train, because that's actually like a running contract. And then you'll...
Aren't they all contracts though? Like we started with like 3, right?
Yeah, but there's a difference between active contracts, finished contracts, and trial contracts.
Oh.
So when you first try a train run, it's a trial when you just accepted the contract. After the trial, you get the option to change the schedule or to just reject the contract.
Okay.
So that's where we have the opportunity to iron out the kinks that we have right now. And while we're at it, you're at 4 green trains right now, so that's still a little bit not enough.
What are we going for next?
As soon as you have 5 trains, you can go for the auto turnaround, so you don't have to manually
Oh.
turn around the train.
Okay, so that's good. So auto accept to go to a station and auto turnaround would be 2 immediate buys.
Yeah.
To semi-automate things. Very nice. Yeah, we're learning a new programming language. I mean, in a way, yes. That this is very much like electronics, and this is very much like programming. Very much. 100%.
Yeah, especially like I already found ways to create my systems that way, so I don't need like the more expensive automation unlocks, but still already have everything automated.
Explain.
So when you get auto signals, that's like a different kind of signal which is easier to use, but you still have to manually use them. But after you can get relays, departure sensors and arrival sensors and auto routing sensors that are coupled to those auto signals. Of which the relay sensor is the most basic. It's like a relay, so as soon as a train passes it, it will switch the route behind the auto signal automatically, but it's only one route that it can set constantly. So what I normally do is Japanese railroad philosophy, which is also what I'm already planning on doing right here for your. Maybe we can do it even right now. First, you need to change the train around also.
By the way,
delay.
I have a question too for when we does a route have to be complete and connected and clear? Can we not send trains to block sections or anything like freight trains and such? Move around each other.
There are auto blocks, and you can create block sections yourself with the use of signals and the routes you're building.
But okay, so you can send a train. Oh, that's what you were mentioning earlier with the, what did you call it? Like a not real stop? You said it was like not a real stop.
Yeah.
And what do they call that? Like a transfer station or what?
Basically, it's a shunting track that you can create.
So you can kind of create waypoints for them to wait.
Yes.
And then that's the shunting track.
Yes.
Okay.
But that's even like more complex that you add to your railway line, and that's just the way you want to play.
The correct way.
If you like the complexity, yeah.
Complexity is good, and the automation is good too, because then that gives you the control in each player to make it to their liking. If you want to play Osaka one way, and then play it a different way, you can basically build the same thing but with different contracts and so. Well, I guess that would kind of change the way you would build, but regardless,
yeah,
you can do the same thing 100 different ways.
Yes.
Same route.
So you have 5 green trains. You can do the auto turnaround.
I earn these trains. These are my trains. I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Go to the track store to spend trains.
Wait. Did you already accept it or not? The schedule? Yeah, you accepted it. Never mind. Now it's too late.
That's cool. All right, let's do. What was it? Automatic. No, what did you say?
Automatic direction change.
Automatic direction change.
Auto reverse trains, it's called. Top bar and then second from the right.
Oh. Got it. Locked in.
And then the next that we're gonna need to take is timetable adjustments. Because now you're gonna get minus points for the contract that you just added.
No, it's gonna be the best contract. We'll do marketing and PR, and it'll be the best.
You
PR,
can do
marketing, PR. That's all we gotta do. And if we do make a mistake, we don't call it a mistake. We just say we missed the mark. Because admitting to a mistake would be accountability.
Oh no. Like there's two things we can do, but we need to wait until we have like 5 new green trains again. In the meantime, we could add some more entry signals, but yeah, I would do an entry signal at Sonomia.
Entry signal.
Yeah, so that's a signal that's blocking the entry to a station. So that would be a signal that you put on the bottom track number 3, number 3,
Yeah.
into Sonomia.
Oh, I can't do that till the train's clear, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the meantime, you can already set the switch and give a green light to the train to Nagasaki. Like, and that's also like the how do you call it? The good part of having like entry and exit signals, because now you can, if you have an entry signal to the next station, you can always green light the exit light of the station in front.
So where do you want me to build a signal?
That. Okay, so at Sonomia,
Mm-hmm.
basically already did it. Oh, you found something that I didn't know was possible. Nice.
Yeah, lucky you were watching the stream by subscribing and turning on the notification bell. Without that, you may have been lost.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But you know what's not lost? My trains. They know where they're going.
Yeah. No, I don't think this game is stressful at all. It's just
No,
chill.
it can be.
You can make it stressful.
Yeah. Now, I guess the way to immediately get into the stress mode would be to go into the timetable mode and not build from scratch, right? Like the timetable mode's already pre-built full map.
Yeah, but we could try it. I mean,
Yeah, we could try. I want to see. We'll give it a few minutes. I want to see what some of the big maps look like. We don't have to play them, but I do want to. Well, we will. We'll play a few of them, but I want to see like what. Like this looks big, but I'm sure there's big maps, bigger than this, with like many more stops, right?
I have certain maps from the workshop which have like trouble loading because they're so big.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That I believe. Big O crazy map. Okay, so we got more coming in. So far, so good. All right, what's our next goal?
So right now you could we could try get another contract, but this time just also make sure the schedule is correct and not just click OK straight away.
Well, that was your mistake. You should have alerted me.
I was talking and
you made
just
a mistake.
Went.
Luckily, I didn't miss the mark.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Well,
I'm just excited to get my money. I earned it.
You should have hit, like you should have missed the mark. That way, at least we wouldn't have like scheduling problems.
That's cool.
It's like it's like the same as your stream right now. Like there's actually like we're playing this game while you also have a stream like ready to go at 9 o'clock, which was like 30 minutes ago, and then we've got the same thing going with the trains for now.
You keep trying to say that, but you haven't refreshed the page. You missed the mark.
Oh,
what does it say?
I have no idea because I'm in game.
You should have been looking at your notifications. The notification system works the same as upcoming trains in the lower left corner, Alex. You need to know this.
Okay.
Hover over it, and you'll see when it departs.
Okay.
You're trying to get me good. I think you're just excited to ride trains for real.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
Are we going to ride trains in Belgium?
Do you want to?
No, I want to see them. Or whatever. I don't know. Whatever you have planned.
We're definitely going to the train station just because it's the most beautiful train station in the world.
Okay. Going all the way to Tokyo? Wow. Okay, I want to see. Can you save, by the way, and come back later? You can. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I want to save this for now because I want to actually see some of the timetables and other stuff now. So the example would be: so we started out small. We're starting to buy more trains, essentially. That requires more tracks, so we have to buy those too. And then eventually it would come time to buy a new station, right? Which means more destinations, which then means more trains,
Yeah.
which then means more tracks, which then means more throughput, which then means more money, which then means more upgrades, right? And it goes on forever. Well, let's take a look at... Now, wait, what was the difference between rush hour and timetable?
Timetable is more like a puzzle of how you switch the certain trains. So
Mhm.
it's more like just doing the signals. And rush hour is basically you just have the map that you need to build yourself. But instead of like we were doing in the endless, we could decide when we accept a new contract, yes or no.
Oh.
It's actually the amount of contracts go up with every hour, so you just need to make sure to keep up.
So it's a rising water scenario.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And you, as being Dutch, know all about that. All right, so let's do a timetable. Which one do you like? Which one should we do? Was there... I saw Prague here. I think I saw...
I would go for a simple one to start out with.
Which one's that?
So Wakefield is like 1 difficulty, and Os is 2 difficulty. So
How do you see the difficulty?
the amount of trains on the right side of the... Oh, you don't have that. Okay.
Yeah, I had that for endless mode, but not for... Oh, no, it's not in endless mode. That's weird.
I think you did something in the settings, maybe.
I think it might be because I'm sorting
by... press B.
Oh, I see. I can sort by difficulty. Press B? Or... Oh, I see. Gotcha. The Wakefield's 1. Yep, I see that. And then how do you get 3 stars, Elmax?
I think because I did it correctly.
No, how do you get 3 stars from... So, like, when we were playing, I was getting stars, like, I got 5 stars for just starting out, right?
Mm-hmm.
But how do you get, like, how do you 3-star a scenario? Like, endless mode. How would you 3-star something that you can't necessarily end?
Basically, it's by getting the score high enough. I think you can earn a star per amount of score that you get.
Is there any one that you're in the top 10s for?
Not at all.
You're not even in the top 10 in any map?
No, don't think so.
I was looking
one
for
second,
you.
I can...
NEC New York Pen, that's your
I
multiplayer. That'd be a good spot for multiplayer. I mean, it's something they could certainly add in the future. 1.0 is out now, and I've seen many games get multiplayer after their release. So that's something to be excited about. Let's go to Wakefield, though. I like that idea. So you can save games, you can load games, you can play endless mode, you can do timetable, which we're about to see. You could do rush hour, which is like that, but with kind of an artificial... It's almost like what we used to call auto scrollers, like in Mario, when the screen would automatically move and you had to kind of keep up with the screen moving. You didn't get to control the pace, you had to keep it going, which was like another difficulty of its own. Well, let's try Wakefield. We'll learn it that way.
Like, I haven't... It's not updated yet in the leaderboard.
Oh. Should I allow bulldozing and replacing signals for Wakefield?
I think I'm top 10 in Osaka.
Wow. Are you? Hold on, I gotta see this.
Yeah, no, it hasn't updated yet. Wait, I'll try to make it update.
Is it, you said in endless mode? I gotta see this. Is our man in the top 10? The competitive lead? Dude, hey, you want to hang out this weekend? Man, I can't. I'm gonna be at the World International Railroad MLG Showdown, dude. It's gonna be me versus Big Hoss McGillicuddy, and we're doing a Prague 1v1. So I got to come in with the top score, dude. Big contracts, big money. I got to get the big dub.
Okay, so you can get
I
your
love it.
question about the stars.
Yeah.
You can get 1 star by having 35 green trains.
Where do you see this?
When you click the score on the top of while in game.
Okay.
And I'm looking at my score in the Osaka map right now. So 35 green trains is 1 star. 45 red trains is another star.
Mm-hmm.
And then 90 trains in total is the 3rd star.
I want to see you on the leaderboard, though. Are you on the leaderboards?
I'm gonna try and have it update by running my map for a cycle. Because it reset to... it reset my score because I started a new game with you.
Okay. I'm going to do... So I'm going to go back to timetable. I'm going to go to Wakefield, and I'm going to play it.
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's go.
Here we are. Remember, the goal of this map is to get the highest score possible, so try to make sure that all of the trains run on time. Take it slow and have fun.
Same voice actor from Planet Zoo, by the way. This guy's good. This voice actor's good. I tip of the conductor's hat. Wait, I kind of... Well, I gotta get a conductor's hat, Elmox, for when I play train games. Remind me of that when I come to Belgium.
Sure.
I'm gonna come see you one day, and then we're gonna go do that. We're gonna go get a big O. We're gonna go get a big O hat. A couple hats. It'll be cool. All right. So guide me. Finish the map and try to get a high score. All right, you're in charge, and I'll click the mouse. Begin. Go. You're 0.26 seconds late. What happened? You missed the mark.
Because there's a delay like crazy.
Right, no, I paused it. We're good. We're sitting doing nothing. Begin.
Okay, so on the right, the train wants to come in.
It does.
Yeah, so let it enter.
Okay, how do we do that?
Click the circle.
Okay.
Click the track.
Correct. You have done it. All right, step 1 complete. Now, where's that train going?
I have no idea. Wakefield platform 3.
That's correct. So that's the bottom platform. We're going to
Yes.
send it there, Alma. By the way, in this mode, we don't get upgrades?
Nope.
Okay. So we have to...
You have
So
to
there's
make
no
do
upgrades
with
at all?
what
No
you
auto
have.
no auto
Nope.
roll
Nope.
around? No, okay. So it's straight up mode.
Yep.
Straight up real simulation. Big boy mode. Training wheels off, dude. Elmox, where would the rail route international
Here's another
be held?
one. Make sure you don't keep them waiting.
I have no idea. At my home?
I mean, well, like, where would be a cool spot? Because you know they'd have an event too, where like you'd probably go look at trains. Where would you want it to be? Like, where would you want to go see trains? Like a museum or ride trains?
That's a good
You
question.
only get to pick one. It's the first one. Rail Route First Annual Showdown. The Rail Showdown. Waukegan, Illinois. Where would it be?
I would say, like, aren't the developers from the Czech Republic?
Really?
I don't know.
I would assume so, because they have you start in Prague for the tutorial. Dude, I'm telling you, man, the Czech Republic is putting out banger games. And I'm not just saying it for this stream, Czech. I've said it for many, many streams. We played, like, many a Czech game. And from Slovakia as well. And it's good to see Czech Republic and Slovakia, like, making bangers. Games that are actually popping. And this is so clean, dude. I love this system. I wish this game were a system in other games. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Bro, I don't think you understand.
There's a lot of things I don't understand.
Same. Okay, well, let's rotate that back to 2. Is there like
Looks
a mode
like
where
you stopped a train right before the signal. Be careful. When you do that with certain trains, it gives you a braking penalty,
What
affecting
mode?
your score.
Oh,
You can
the
see which
tutorial
trains
guy.
give you this penalty in the details panel.
Damn it, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, yeah, is there like a mode where you can't pause?
Don't think so.
Okay. Now that would be an interesting one. Is play any map without pausing. you know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be a nice achievement.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. That's true, yeah. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of games come out of the Czech Republic that, and Slovakia too. Some of my favorite games the last couple of years have come out of countries that hadn't really been known for making, like nobody had really known where a game from there was before. I think it all kind of started for me with My Summer Car, and I was like, this game from Finland is amazing. And I realized, like, oh man, this game's from Poland. Oh, this game's from... Because usually it'd just be like France, Germany, the United States, UK, and Canada, and that'd be it. And then it's like, wait a minute. This game's from Poland? Dude, this game's great. Or whatever game it may be. I love to see it. Bangers. When are you making your game, Elmox?
When I win the lottery and I can pay people to make the game that I want.
What kind of game would you want to make? Mine would definitely be related to Japanese trains. I want to make a game where you have like a ramen shop or a sushi or some sort of a restaurant near or in a train station, and have to deal with the trains arriving and like managing people and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But like in the 80s Japan. So it'd all be vaporwave, but it'd have the trains. The trains would be the secret second game. Like it'd be a game within a game. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I am saying?
Yes.
Oh, we got trains arriving. Oh boy, this is getting hot and heavy. Oh my, I might not be able to do this.
You will.
Wait, that train needs to go back that way. There we go. Cool. So the tutorial guy didn't really help me in the endless mode, but now he's kind of like reminding me of certain things in this mode.
Yeah, because the tutorial restarted for this mode.
It restarted for this mode. Interesting.
So every time you do a new mode, it just starts the.
Oh, so he gives you audible tips, but the
Yeah.
but the story there's a story mode, right? Or the tutorial's kind of a story.
Yeah.
'Cause
And you clicked end tutorial on that, so that's why he stopped talking.
I hope we can replay that. This is the type of game. Chat, you guys ask me what do I play when I'm not on stream, and I tell you guys nothing. I don't really play anything outside of stream. Not true. This is the type of game I would probably play. I just usually don't mention it because honestly I forget it. If I have 15 minutes or something, which is rare, even for me, because my schedule is kind of like these train schedules. I got to go, rarely does this train stop. But when it does, I'll usually play a game like this. Where's Mill 2? So he's leaving. Yeah, he's clear.
Wow, I really didn't see that when it was so fast. Good job.
He's laughing. He's like Santa Claus of trains. Wait, why? Tell me why.
It ain't nothing but
I
a
see.
mistake.
I thought it'd be a connection between the two. Now I can go because he's clear the map. Got it. All right. Wakefield's a good tutorial one for each. It is nice that each of the game modes aren't super crazy complicated, so everybody's got like a little stepping stone into each game mode. I also like how Wakefield is in other modes, right? Like endless and stuff like that. I'm sure you can build onto it, right?
No, this map is just.
So some are dedicated to game modes, but you could probably go
Yeah.
to the shop and someone would probably put in Wakefield, right?
Yeah, they could.
Choo Choo Ramen. That's a good name for it, but my game name is called Mom and Pop Ramen Shop. That's what I want to make. That's what I want my game to be, and I want it to be something to do with trains. It'd be like Dave the Diver, but it would be rail route in a way too. I don't know how I'd incorporate the trains, but it'd be incorporated. Someone's gonna take my idea one day, and I'll be like, "Chat, that was my idea." I'll be like, "No, it wasn't, dude." Chat would argue with me. You guys would. No, you wouldn't. We're all train fans here. I love it. All right, I want to see. Okay, this is going well. I think I'll actually play this on my own later. I want to actually see a big map now, like a big O Tell me a big one. What's a... Oh, my God. LIRR. Oh, the Long Island Railroad. That is massive. Let's take a look at this one. Does it give us the whole thing, please? Train that delivers sushi. Oh, yeah. That'd be good. Oh, my God. Hold on, game. Don't beep at me. Oh, we got to manage multiple non-connected rail lines, too. So you got to manage, like, Woodside, Forest Hills, and Kew Gardens. And then, oh, wow, this train, look at this. Goes all the way to Hollands. Locust Manor.
Okay, I'm 5th on the leaderboard for Osaka.
Congratulations. Our man is locked in the top 5 for rail. I'm going to make you a... should we I want to make you a plaque now and bring it to you. For completing top 5 in rail route for Osaka. Oh, it'd be great. There'll be like a bouquet of flowers. We'll pop some champagne for you too. You can give a speech.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to thank Trains for training me for this moment in the training mission and the tutorial. Thank you, Trains, for being here.
I'm actually surprised because the leaderboards are something that actually came in with version 1.0, I think.
Oh, that's new.
Because I haven't seen it before.
Oh, okay. Or it's newer, maybe.
Yeah, and it gives me a drive to actually, like, try to get on the leaderboards for all the cool maps that I like. So.
I'm going to look at New York Penn. And then I want to see Prague as well. Prague. Ooh, that's oh, wow. Oh, I love how it comes online, too. Like, all the lights flicker. That's nice. You know all I would want? The only other thing I could ever... Some constructive criticism here. Is all I would really want, Elmox, is a mode that, like, backs you away from the map. And, like, enters it where you're sitting at the... You know, like, where you're sitting at the monitor and kind of look around a little bit. Like what they show, you know, the guy sitting... It's not necessary. It would just be a thing for flair. But, yeah, Hell's Gate, Long Island Railroad Main Line, Sunnyside Yard, NYP South.
You're
Empire.
past that there's already like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trains waiting to enter. That's crazy.
Yes. Yeah, I see at least 4 or 5, yep. Yeah, we're just starting our day. Isn't that crazy? 175 trains, by the way, that you need to dispatch for that one. That's crazy. I want to find... Is there any... There's the Netherlands, right? There's only one for the Netherlands, right? No, 2. Amsterdam and Rotterdam, right?
I don't know because I already have like a lot of other
DLCs.
No, not DLCs, just workshop
free
maps
stuff.
that I have.
Yeah, yep. Chat saying Charleroi is Belgium? Oh, there's a Belgium one.
Yeah, Charleroi.
Charleroi, okay. Charlie Oni is what I said. That's my favorite type of pasta. All right, I want to find Prague. Rotterdam. Well, maybe it was in... Wait, is there a way to sort? Oh, there's a search. There we go. And I can do that in endless mode. I want to try timetable mode. I want to see what the big layout is. No, there's no Prague there. Love the search, though. Because as you get... like Elmox said, as soon as you start downloading your local line or other, like...
You can create your own map.
Yeah, you can create your own maps. There's a way to create... obviously if there's a workshop, then there's the... We kind of forgot there's an editor, right?
I suppose it's only fair
Be
to
able to
give
make
you
your
a bit
own.
of an introduction, isn't it? It's quite simple, really. I'll send wave after wave of trains, increasing in speed, intensity, ferocity. All you have to do is dispatch them. And the best part, if you take too long, boom, you lose. Think you're up to it?
This guy is
First, you'll need to connect the station.
We're in the tutorial, but I want to just see... Well, I don't think it'll show all of Prague. It'll at least a little bit of it, though. Oh yeah, there's a few parts of town. A few stations here and there. Very small. but yet very complex. Like there's not large distances between them. Yeah, time attack mode, exactly. Where is that editor, Elmox? Add map.
Add map and
Yep.
then editor.
So this even comes with an editor that within the game you can make your own map and then upload it to the workshop. You can call it like oh, and then you can make a width and a height for it too. And then you could probably paint in like the borders and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and you can even and you can give existing unlocks and such at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then you could build connections for the lines. I'm not sure exactly how to do this yet, but it'll take a little bit of time to learn how an editor works. It's usually kind of more complicated, but also it looks very easy for a game like this, because then you can make those maps for Timetable, Endless, and Rush Hour. So if you're from Scotland, or you love Scottish Rail or whatnot, you can put that in if it's not already in there, but probably already is. You could do Swiss lines, like the Chur line, or more Japan, or Canada.
You could basically
Anything.
go to your local train station and have a look at the track layout,
Mhm.
and then have a
Recreate
look
that.
at the train schedule and just recreate it.
Additionally, you could probably splice two rail lines together in a way. You could do like Rotterdam and Amsterdam together, and then you could kind of somehow make a track that mixes those two together, and you could actually play Amsterdam, Rotterdam like together in one map, which would be fascinating to see.
There's already a map for the Netherlands.
There are. Oh, wait, the whole country?
Yeah.
Oh, you're not just saying a city. You mean...
No.
Oh my
The
God.
whole Netherlands.
So all of the Netherlands there's
Yeah.
a map for every major train line there that goes from Amsterdam, Rotterdam, Delft, wherever.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Is that complicated? Of course. How could it not be? How could it not be? Yep. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
All right, very good. All right, well, everybody, Rail Route is out now. This is certainly a type of game that I would love to play more on the channel, and is very similar to games like Mini Motorways. I called it, I think, Mini Highways earlier, but Mini Motorways and Mini Metro, with also elements of all the skills that you learn in a game like City Skylines, but more like Transport Fever and maybe Factorio, and obviously OpenTTD, and any other train simulator that you've played. We're big fans of pretty much all train games here on the channel, and that's why I wanted to check out Rail Route here. More simple, streamlined, and obviously a relaxing game. So that's why it doesn't have to be too crazy with it, other than a few sounds for the trains rolling out and whatnot. So whether you want to manage trains, the timetable mode in, what was the name of that map again? Wakefield?
Yes.
Yeah, or up to super complex areas like in Prague or in Osaka, or even more complex with like New York with the Penn line, for example, which looks to be one of the largest one, or even bigger ones on the workshop. Definitely check it out. All right, link is down below in the description. Thank you very much to the folks who made this game, by the way, for sending over a key. I'll be enjoying this one a lot more on my own after the stream, you betcha. And then also, of course, for sponsoring. Elmox, thank you very much for being my pseudo tutorial. I think I'll play the tutorial on my own as well and learn a little bit more, and maybe have a video out on this one soon on my own, because it is quite enjoyable, and I know you love this too. And I would recommend this for all you trying to learn how signals work in any other game. If you guys ever ask me, I'm just going to recommend Rail Route. Remind me to mention that too, chat, when everyone asks how to set up signals. This game's a good example of that. All right, remember, you have until, I think it was March 4th, to take advantage of this one being 25% off, and that will end on the, I think, the 4th of March. So it also has a wonderful soundtrack, which there is a DLC and a supporter bundle for that one as well. So check it out now. All right, that's pretty much everything for me. Thank you, Elmox, for your time. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and I'll see you all in our next stream starting in just a little bit. Thanks again, everybody, for being here, and we'll see you all soon. Thanks again, Elmox. Thank you, chat, and thank you again, Rail Route, for the key and the sponsor. Awesome. Okay, bye.
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 Sound muted.
Bye-bye, chat. Oh, enjoy the beautiful piano music as we go out, too, by the way. It's lovely. We're cranking that up.